outside, but it was a dark night, cloudy-like, and nothing to be seen. Of course, so you brought the package inside, but you did not open it. Why not? Not for us to presume, Mr. Sherlock. Also, the parcel itself is peculiar, in several ways rather difficult to explain. It appears that Lane is going to attempt to explain anyway, but Sherlock Holmes raises a commanding hand to stop him. I will rely upon my own impressions. Kindly bring me this mysterious parcel. Not so much a parcel as a flat, oversized envelope made of heavy brown paper glued together. It is so lightweight that there seems to be nothing inside it. The inscriptions upon it, however, cause even Sherlock Holmes to stare. Every inch of the envelope's face is covered with crude ornamentation done in black. All four sides of the rectangle are heavily bordered with lines that include zigzags, spirals, and serpentines, whilst diagonally across the corners almond and circle designs peer like primitive eyes heavily outlined. "Give me the willies, they do," says Mrs. Lane of these, crossing herself. "Very likely they are meant to do so. But who?" Sherlock Holmes lets the question die on his lips as he studies the other markings on the envelope. Crude drawings of birds, snakes, arrows, the signs of the zodiac, stars, crescent moons, and sunbursts fill every inch of the paper as if afraid to let anything else in, except a large circle centered upon the envelope. Forbiddingly bordered by rows of crisscross lines, this space at first appears to be blank. But Sherlock Holmes, who has taken out his magnifying lens to study the envelope inch by inch, focuses upon this central area with an intensity remarkable even for him. After several moments, he lays the magnifying lens down, apparently unaware that he has placed it upon the plate of macaroons, and sits with the envelope in his lap, staring at the oak woods of Ferndale in the distance. Lane and Mrs. Lane glance at each other. Neither says a word. In the silence, Reginald Colley can be heard snoring. Sherlock Holmes blinks, looks at the sleeping dog, and then turns to the butler and his wife. "Did either of you," he asks, "observe the pencil drawing?" Oddly formal, even cautious, Lane responds, "Yes, sir, we did." "My old eyes missed it entirely," says Mrs. Lane, as if confessing to a sin, "until Mr. Lane showed it to me in the morning light. It's hard to see on the brown paper." I imagine it was much easier to see before someone put all this crude charcoal elaboration around it. "Charcoal?" exclaim both butler and cook. "Unmistakably. Upon close inspection, one can see the granulation and the smears. Charcoal powder has almost obliterated the drawing, which was, I am sure, done first. And as for the drawing, what do you make of it?" Lane and Mrs. Lane exchange an uneasy look before Lane answers, "A very lovely, delicate drawing of a flower." "A chrysanthemum," interjects Sherlock rather harshly, "amidst a wreath of greenery." "Ivy," says Sherlock even more curtly. "Would either of you happen to recognize the style of the artist?" Silence. Both Lanes look distinctly unhappy. "Well," says Mrs. Lane finally, "it does remind me of—" But of what she seems unable to utter. "It's hardly our place to say, Mr. Sherlock," pleads Lane. "Oh, come." Sherlock's tone exhibits a highly volatile frame of mind. "Both of you know as well as I do that picture was penciled by my mother." He is speaking of Lady Eudora Vernet Holmes, who has been missing now for nearly a year, although no foul play is suspected. It appears that the elderly eccentric has simply run away. And shortly after she ran away, so did her daughter, Sherlock's much younger sister, Enola Eudora Hadassah Holmes, 14 years of age. A considerable pause ensues before Mrs. Lane asks timidly, "Mr. Sherlock, do you ever hear anything of Lady Holmes or Miss Enola?" "Ah." If the great detective feels an odd constellation of emotions upon hearing his sister's name, none of them show on his hawk-featured face. "Yes, I have encountered Enola several times in London, although never to my satisfaction." "But she is well?"